Hello viewers, this is my review of the 1/18 scale Ferrari 599XX by Hot Wheels. This car isn't the elite version, so the doors, hood, and trunk are made of plastic. Everything opens, but only the doors open on hinges, since this is a track car. I guess they do that for easier access to the engine and trunk. It doesn't have suspension, and the parts that aren't connected by hinges, they have these magnets here that go to these parts, so that clicks in well and stays there. Starting with the front of the car, it has very realistic headlights, and as you can see, they don't have pegs in them, so it really looks very realistic. The grille looks decent as well. This front splitter has a carbon fiber texture to it. I'm not sure if you can tell on the camera, but it's pretty visible in real life. On the side of the car, as you can see, all the gaps are very consistent throughout the model, except for right here where the door is. I'm not sure why they did that. It just doesn't look that flush. Maybe for better access to the interior by opening the doors. Not sure. Some of these vents do go all the way through. For example, this one, and this one, and this one in the back. The wheels look very realistic. And of course they steer too. It has a very nice paint job. This matte paint right here, it has a very nice feel to it, and it doesn't, from what I've seen so far, it doesn't scratch easily. But this black trim right here, it does sometimes rub off. There's one spot right here, I'm not sure, it's pretty small, you can see it through the camera, and right here it's quite a lot bigger. Those parts rubbed off. Underneath, there's nothing much to see here, but this is a track car, so they try to make it as aerodynamic as possible. There's some channels where the air flows into the brakes and tires to cool them. Some vents and air intakes here, and a big rear diffuser which has a carbon fiber texture which is the same as the front splitter. In the engine bay, there's a 12-cylinder engine. It's one big plastic piece, so it's not the best engine I've ever seen, but it still looks alright. It's not the best, but it's also not the worst. On the elite version, the engine does look quite a lot better. In the interior, it's pretty dark in there. The only thing that's painted a color in there is this Ferrari badge on the steering wheel. On the doors, there's 599XX written on it. The buttons aren't colored in, so it doesn't look that realistic, but the seats really do look very nice. There's a carbon fiber texture behind them, and they feel very well made. It feels actually rubbery, not hard plastic, but everything else is hard plastic. And as you can see, there's red seat belts, red harnesses, racing harnesses, and they're actually made of a fabric material. It's pretty impressive. on the passenger side. It's pretty much the same thing, except it's lacking a steering wheel and pedals, obviously. These mirrors are actually pretty sturdy. They're a lot sturdier than they look. And in the trunk, there's nothing much to see. It's just empty space there. On the Elite version, it has tubes in here, so that makes it look more realistic on the Elite version than on this. I would highly recommend it to anyone who wants to collect die-cast cars at a 1/18 scale for a reasonable price. So that's my review of the Ferrari 599XX by Hot Wheels.